Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Great to have you with us. I'm Jane McCarthy. Vaping is not safe. That is the message tonight from the Spokane County health officials following news of 2 confirmed now cases of severe lung and respiratory illness related to vaping.
While health officials have tied the cases to vaping, they still don't know exactly what ingredient or device is causing the illnesses. KREM 2's Brandon Jones is live at the Spokane County Health District tonight with a warning. Brandon?
Yeah, the Regional Health District confirmed they were investigating 2 severe cases of pulmonary disease reported back in August. Now, they say Bob Lutz is the health officer here, and he says one of those individuals was a teenager and the other just in their 20s. Both of those individuals have left the hospital and are recovering, but the symptoms for pulmonary disease include a dry cough, sharp pains in your chest, low levels of oxygen in your lungs, and significant shortness of breath. All of those symptoms have to be met before they consider it a vape-related issue compared to something like the flu. It's not clear whether these 2 individuals were tobacco users or not, but Lutz had this to say about the vaping.
Vaping is not safe. Everyone should be aware of the risk for severe lung disease and avoid vaping at this time until the cause of this outbreak is known.
While the CDC continues to investigate these vaping-related issues, Lutz made it clear that no one should buy any type of products off of the street, and they shouldn't alter any type of vaping products. Mark, Jane?
Brandon, thank you very much for that live report. Meantime, New York may soon ban all sales of flavored e-cigarettes. This proposal comes as the number of vaping-related illnesses, as you heard, is growing. And we want to know what you think about that. Should Washington and Idaho enact a similar ban? Let us know by clicking on the Vote Now tab on your KREM 2 mobile app. Now, the emergency executive action would ban the sale of flavored e-cigarettes to people under the age of 18, and it could go into effect as soon as 2 weeks. The ban would not impact tobacco or menthol flavored e-cigarettes. The governor said he would work with state police and the Department of Health to go after retailers who sell them to minors. He says the number of high schoolers vaping has shot up by 160% just in the last 4 years. This is just the latest in a number of recent calls for action as vaping concerns grow. 6 people in all have died across the country because of vaping, and more than 450 people have become sick. President Donald Trump proposed a similar federal ban last week, and Chicago's mayor also announced today that city is considering a similar ban.
Many of these chemicals are known to be inflammatory agents, are known to have toxic effects, but we still have to determine things like what concentration and dose do these inflammatory effects appear.
Adding to concerns, a new study shows a flavoring ingredient that can potentially cause cancer is found in e-cigarette liquids. That chemical is called pulegon. It's found in menthol and mint products. The FDA banned that chemical as a food additive last year. So we asked you earlier whether you think Washington and Idaho should have an e-cigarette ban, specifically on flavored e-cigarettes. So taking a look at your votes right now, 74% saying yes, do it now, 26% saying it's not necessary. Mark?
Jane, thank you very much. Meantime, the company that made billions of dollars selling the painkiller OxyContin has filed for bankruptcy. The move comes days after Purdue Pharma reached a settlement with the New York State leaders for its role in the opioid epidemic. The deal could be worth up to $12 billion. The company is spending millions right now on legal costs. Purdue Pharma is facing more than 2,000 lawsuits nationwide. The attorneys general from both Washington and Idaho announced last week they will not agree to a lawsuit settlement. The nation's worst measles epidemic in 27 years could be in its final stages. Health officials say there were no new measles cases reported since last Monday. The measles epidemic took off about a year ago. Most of the cases reported were in Orthodox Jewish communities around New York City. So far this year, more than 1,200 cases have been confirmed, including 86 cases in Washington. The last time the CDC reported no new measles cases was 11 months ago. In the meantime, Washington Governor Jay Inslee wants more oversight on private psychiatric hospitals around the state. He wrote a letter after the Seattle Times published an investigation. It revealed 350 incidents where patients or staff were assaulted, suffered injury, attempted suicide, escaped, or died suddenly. A majority of incidents went unreported. Governor Inslee is calling for the health department to strengthen oversight and make its finding more accessible to the public. Right now, laws only require hospitals to disclose specific types of serious harm to the Department of Health. Jane, back to you.
Thank you, Mark. Meantime, feels like fall hit today, doesn't it? We are seeing our highs in the 60s today. Tom Sherry tracking cooler temperatures this week. Hi there, Tom.
Yeah, we've already dropped down into the mid-50s right now, Jane. And if you look closely at this background live picture, you can see the rain, light rain falling in downtown Spokane. Wind is out of the west-southwest right now at 9 miles an hour. So we're tracking chances of rain today. Pretty much drops down to the 10% range, mainly dry is what we're saying later tonight and in the overnight hours. And we think that's going to stay in place until about tomorrow night. Then we've got more rain on the way. You can see right now with that satellite and radar picture, see that band of cloud cover offshore in the Pacific Ocean? That's going to be the rain that we're going to see move in later tomorrow night. Here's a look at the current rain. You see plenty of showers down in northeastern Oregon as well as into southeastern Washington. A lot of it tracking from south to north and also from west to east. So folks down in the Palouse, you're still going to see plenty of rain showers. We'll look for a few more showers overnight with a low of 44. 64 the expected high tomorrow with more rain developing in the afternoon hours. I know it's Monday, but I always look ahead to the weekend. Partly cloudy skies expected Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures upper 60s and lower 70s. I'll check the rest of your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Homelessness has always been something near and dear to my heart because I have been homeless. And so I know what it's like to be out.
After a long battle with liver disease, longtime homeless activist Alfredo Yamedo died over the weekend.
Yamedo was a vocal opponent of the city's sit-and-lie ordinance and advocated for more shelters. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley spoke with one of his daughters today who says he's leaving behind a lasting legacy. Amanda?
Mark and Jane, I first met Alfredo Yamedo when he sat outside last winter outside Spokane City Hall protesting the sit-and-lie ordinance. Even through his illness, he remained determined to make a change and make a difference for the Spokane homeless population. Today, the community is mourning what many call a champion of justice. Alfredo spent the last 10 years advocating for those experiencing homelessness. As mentioned last winter, he actually went on a hunger strike until Spokane City repealed the sit-and-lie ordinance. But his efforts to make a difference did not stop there. His daughter, Amanda Yamedo, says his passion for helping others will never be forgotten.
He helped so many people on the streets and was loving and giving. He would give his shirt off his back or his shoes off his feet. You know what I mean?
She adds that his passion to help others was fueled by wanting to show love and compassion for people. That's something she has and always will admire about him.
He got tired of seeing everybody be ignored. And my dad is pretty powerful with his voice. And I've always known that as a kid.
Now, Amanda says they are planning to host a candlelight vigil outside of City Hall on Monday, next Monday. The time has not yet been set, but we'll be sure to post that information on KREM.com. Reporting in downtown Spokane, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you very much. Meantime, Crime Stoppers offering a cash reward for information on a Coeur d'Alene motel fire. Authorities say that fire happened at the Garden Motel on July 14th, and investigators do say that fire was human caused and the building is a total loss. Crime Stoppers has not disclosed how much they're offering.
No one has been arrested in connection with the case. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at that number at the bottom of your screen. The National Fire Protection Association puts the number of women firefighters at below 10%.
Well, this weekend, some women got a chance to train together in Western Washington at a training meant to both mentor and empower them. The event brought together more than 40 women firefighters from Washington and California, and they covered live fire training, worked with power tools, and also practiced extrication.
A lot of these women are the only women in their department. So their ability to actually train with other women, round table with other women, figure out all the different challenges that we have.
Well, the group also sponsors a camp for teen girls who might want to be a firefighter someday. And some in this group are volunteer firefighters who might make the transition to full-time. And they say having a support system in their corner makes a whole lot easier. Well, as the temperature drops, many of us are pulling out the sweaters and jackets.
For some kids in our community, pulling out a warm jacket isn't an option. So our local Spokane Valley firefighters are trying to help. They're collecting donations to buy brand new winter coats for children in the Central, East, and West Valley school districts. They say a $20 donation buys one new coat. Coats will be collected through the end of November. And last year, our local firefighters gave out 425 new coats. So congrats to them.
Yeah,
That's
good
awesome.
work, right?